Hello, I'm reading from All Hallows Shadows, featuring Detective Pete Stone and set in 1930s Wichita, Kansas. I'm Michael D. Graves. The telephone rang. It sat on the table alongside an ashtray and a pack of Chesterfields. I reached for the telephone with one hand and the cigarettes with the other. "Yes, hello," I said into the receiver. I shook a cigarette from the pack and a masculine voice came over the line. "Good morning, is this Mr. Stone? Am I speaking to Mr. Pete Stone?" My reply was interrupted by a sound of bells. Bells tinkling in tune along with gongs and chimes, in chorus with cuckoos and chirps. Unlike the harsh clangs of the telephone, however, these lullabies greeted me each morning and eased me to sleep each night. My collection of clocks heralded the hours: the Black Forest cuckoo clock, the Seth Thomas grandfather clock, the recently acquired Austrian Zappler animated clock, and over a dozen others scattered throughout the house. The owner of the voice at the other end of the line heard the chimes too and was wise enough to hold his tongue until they ceased. I used the respite to cradle the phone on my shoulder and hold a match to a cigarette. Each clock sounded 9 times in unison. I prided myself on their accuracy. When they ceased their recital, the voice spoke again. It sounded impatient. "Well, finally, please tell me, have I reached Mr. Pete Stone?" "Yes, you have, and a good morning to you, sir." I saw no reason to be unpleasant. The day had just begun. It still held promise, and I still had hope. My sunny tone must have caught the speaker off guard. There was a pause, then he continued. "Mr. Stone, my name is Fallon, Dr. Wilfred Fallon, and I am a professor of English at Wichita University. I'm calling you because you've been recommended to me. That is, someone I trust suggested I give you a call." He cleared his throat and continued. "Please forgive me for ringing you at home, Mr. Stone, but I tried your office and your secretary said you hadn't arrived yet. It is now 9 o'clock in the morning. May I ask what time you usually begin your day?" "You may ask," I said, "but my answer is none of your business." I rethought my earlier decision to remain pleasant. Of course, you're correct. Please forgive me. Your personal schedule is none of my business. Maybe I should start again. I'm afraid I've been under a bit of a strain lately, and I haven't been myself. It's been some time since I've been so baffled by circumstances and so unsure about how to proceed. That's why I called. As I mentioned, you come recommended to me by someone I admire and respect. I'm calling to inquire into the particulars of engaging your services." I mulled over the caller's priggish vocabulary. Most of my clients just hired me. No one in memory had ever inquired into the particulars of engaging my services. "What's this about, Professor Fallon?" "I'm not sure how to begin. Are you familiar with the murder of a recent university graduate? It's been in the papers." I assured Fallon that I had read about the crime. "I read the papers. According to the reports, a young woman was stabbed and a suspect was caught soon after the body was discovered. The case hasn't gone to trial, but the police are confident they have the guilty party in custody. It appears to be open and shut." "Yes, that's right," the professor said. "That was the report. At least that's the report that was issued to the public. However, I have doubts about the case being open and shut, as you succinctly put it. I think the police have arrested the wrong man. I believe that the suspect the police have in custody is innocent. I'd like to hire you to investigate the matter on your own, to conduct a more thorough investigation. As you say, the police are confident their suspect is guilty. I do not share their confidence, not at all. I'd like to hire you to find the real murderer." That's from All Hallows Shadows. Thank you for listening.